Hey guys, Mike McGuire here for Mike on a Monday for Monday, September 17th, 2012. I'll be honest with you, it's not Monday as I'm talking to you. It's actually Saturday the 15th. I just finished my final group training run with my team for this year's Team in Training. I'm heading off to Montreal this weekend. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Coming up this week though, as promised, gonna hear from Gord Bamford. He's doing some great things to give back to the industry that's made him the big star that he is. And talk about big stars, you may have seen them on TV. Some people didn't even know they were singers. Kortney and Dave performing their brand new single, Marry Me Again, in just a few moments. These last few weeks have been interesting to say the least. And you know what, it's kind of like life in general, you know. Life will always throw challenges your way, and the question is, do you make an excuse for it, or do you move forward from it? There was a time in my life, honestly, where following through on things was not a priority. It was not a priority. Frankly, I was lazy. There's no other way to put it. And so what I decided to do then was take that energy and, well, talk about following through. Come here, Ash. Come here, Ash. I was just in the middle of a very heartfelt monologue, but that's okay. I knew I was going to get a sweaty hug. This is Ashley from my team.
Hello.
We've been talking about the last few weeks of my life here, and the last few months, to be honest with you. We got to know each other through this Team in Training thing. And I don't know if you ever had these moments in your life. I know I did, where you're happy just to get by. Mm-hmm. And you know, the word I've thrown out is lazy. Yeah. There was a time where following through in life just really didn't matter to me. Mm-hmm. And I think that a lot of people may go through that, and I don't think they mean it as a bad way. Sometimes it's just easier to keep your head above water,
yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
But my challenges aside, I mean, I went through the heart operation like 2 months ago. That was a bit of a challenge. The whole work thing, which again, a bit of a challenge, more up here than it was down here. But, you know, if you're okay with telling these guys, I mean, what challenges did you have, you know, before you flipped the switch and said, you know what, I'm going to do this run, I'm going to follow through? Yeah.
For me, it was a lot of challenge with weight. I've always been a big girl, and laziness. And I grew up not being in sports and not getting off the couch. And then I just looked at myself and I wasn't happy being that person anymore. I knew I could be more. And finding a marathon, this has been my tagline in the last couple of months here, has been the weight loss challenge that I'm doing and the marathon running and everything. I finally found a challenge worthy of me, a big enough challenge for me. And that's what I'm grabbing onto, and I want to keep finding those challenges that are worthy of me, that challenge me, that keep me going.
To be honest, this is about the third take I've done of this, because I was trying to find a way to describe what kind of flipped my switch, but I think that's what it is. So if you're watching this right now, you don't have to run a marathon. You don't have to run a half marathon. All you have to do is set a goal and keep setting those goals and keep following through. And you know what? Take it from us. Good things will happen. There's no other way about it.
Totally, yeah.
Talk about people who are living their dreams and following their goals right now for you. Here's Kortney and Dave and a quick chat with Gord Bamford.
Here's a weekend here. Here's a time for me. Kick things off with a nice cold.
Folks that don't know a lot about the behind the scenes, you had a big part in actually just making this thing happen. To take us from the conception of the idea to where it came to.
Yeah, I know it's kind of born. Obviously, last year was you know, Pinoka Stampede. Obviously, is well known for their great rodeo here, and actually it was Blair Wold from the Stampede that approached me to you know, see what more they could do in this world-class facility. And I said, well, you know, we could, you know, how about a music festival, you know? And so we sat down and we talked about it for a long time with the board, and myself and a couple of my friends got involved, and we basically just partnered with them. We started you know, this music festival. It's our second year, and you know, it's ideal. I mean, it's a perfect venue here. It's, you know, nice and central, and we had some great acts. Expanded a day. You know, Joe Diffie and the Mavericks were here last night. Doc Walker did a great job for us. Dean Brody was here.
How do you find the strength, the time, the brain power to do all this stuff, man? I mean, your career is really just constantly going uphill. You got a family to take care of. You got people to work with you. You got a band to take care of, a crew, all this other stuff, and then you put on a festival.
I like to work, man. I'm always the guy that wants to be on the road working and work. You know, and always thinking of, you know, other opportunities.
I want to wrap this up with a very serious, very important question now. What makes you think the world is ready for dancing Gord Bamford?
Dancing.
Don't call, I'll call you.
You know, I got these choreographers that have been coming in trying to get me to do a little bit of movement. You know, it's starting to work, but I don't think the world's ready for that yet.
I think the first move, can we try it again? It was kind of a... one of these.
No, it's not the Elvis thing, but it'll work. You know?
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
Just to rock back and forth.
Let
me show you. Just like 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm good. I'm good.
You don't have it, man.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
All right,
Gord.
Thanks a lot.
Congrats, buddy. Thanks.
Marry me again, do it all over, call a few close friends, and find some little white.
Actually, that song originated because we actually have been married 4 times. I mean, we've renewed our vows.
Right.
3 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've been married in Panama and Casa Loma and Toronto, Hawaii.
You guys are the reason the wedding industry is like just
It's booming.
flourishing, right?
I know, it's us. We're the idiots.
The 4th one we did on the cheap, though. Yeah. Like, will you marry me? Yes, good.
Yeah, just do it.
You can do it on your
this-
show. You can be like ordained as a minister.
Let me ask you. I would love to. First of all, sign me up.
Okay.
Do it online.
I'm doing nothing else right now. So, but let's talk about engagement. My buddy Tarsi, who is a great friend of mine, him and his wife got engaged at a stoplight, and they're sitting in the car.
And they're
and
married?
Yeah. And happy. They're thrilled. They have kids. They're a beautiful life and everything.
That's a strong woman.
But what was your engagement? Was it a big deal? Did you
It
go?
was
Oh,
actually
it's
a big deal. The
Yeah.
biggest deal, without getting into the big story, is that a few days before we got engaged, Dave told me that he didn't want to get married. And he set it up that, hey, I'm having second thoughts about marriage. And we've been together 4 years, living together for 4 years. Sorry.
Maybe we should start seeing other people.
It wasn't that.
pull
It was
that
just
one?
like,
No?
hey,
Are your
I just don't know
sisters
if I
number?
believe in marriage and that whole. I mean, it was coming out of left field. I was devastated. For 2 days we didn't speak, and then finally I was like, you know what? I want to be with you,
Those were
whether
the
we're
quietest
married
days
or
of
not.
my life.
Yes, whether we're married or not.
Wow.
And then a few days later, he set up this fake photo shoot through this photographer that we knew, and I had worked for, and they said, hey, can you be the model in this chocolate ad? It's like in a car, and I said, sure, and they said, you're gonna have to be with this other guy, and I said, that's fine. I
Dave
cleared it
can
with
do it.
Dave.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at Dave anyways, so.
And so the day of the shoot, they called and they're like, the other guy, something happened to him. Would Dave be able to do it? So I called him in a panic. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh. He said yes. I get to the shoot, and we're just taking photos, and there's like a set designer, and there's like, it's a real photo shoot. And we're sitting in this Beetle, and I love Beetles, and it was like a chocolate-covered Beetle
Yeah.
car. And the photographer said, hey, can you open the glove compartment box for whatever reason, I don't remember. And I opened it, and there was a box, and there was a ring.
Oh.
And so they have the whole thing caught on tape, and they said, will you marry
It
me?
was a really small diamond, though, because I spent all my money on the photo shoot.
And the car.
And the car, yeah.
I bought the car. Yeah.
So I got a beat up old Beetle. But no, and so it actually was he is very romantic. I know I hit him a lot on the shows, but
Yeah.
he is very romantic.
Yeah, no, trust
What-
me,
what
the
do I have
police
to
know
do?
that too.
Yeah.
They're keeping tabs.
What do I have to do to stop the hitting?
Divorce me.
You got that on tape, right?
Yeah,
That's all
we're
I
good.
have to do.
We're good.
Clear. Boom.
I could use some cash. Look, can I get some?
That's fine. Yes, I know how this works. I know how it
Look
works.
at us, we're house movers.
It's Kortney and Dave. This is Marry Me Again.
Tell me, some days, do you wish you could walk away? Baby, do you dream of a different life? I know it gets hard. We've built so much, come so far. Do you have regrets sometimes? They say the odds of making it weren't good. Well, honey, here I am, asking if you would. Will you marry me again and do it all over? We'll call a few close friends and find some little white church where you say I do again. Do you still believe in us together till the end? Will you marry me? Will you marry me again? White dress, black tie, we'll watch our mamas crying, walking down the aisle as you take my hand. Same vows, same ring, well, I wouldn't change a thing, no. Let's dance the same song we did back till the end. Will you marry me? Will you marry me again? I will marry you again and do it all over. We'll call a few close friends and find some little white church. I will say I do again, 'cause I still believe in us, together till the end. I will marry you, I will marry you again.